It's a lovely night here in Chicago as we see an aerial view of Grant Park, Millennium Park, and gorgeous downtown Chicago. Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, with Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Last outing for Minnesota, they won that game against the Wizards. And just a 2-point win there.
Get up. You're going in.
Here we go.
Timberwolves trail by 3. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Pekovic is out there with Young. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 side. Rose with the double team. And Young kicks to Martin. Here's Pekovic. Clock at 4. The tray. Young's shot is off. G's checked in for Minnesota. A moment to check. Doris.
Hey, Kev. Well, during that last break, I heard Flip Saunders addressing his team. If he has his way, this will be a shootout. He told his guys to play the game at as fast a tempo as they can manage. He also said he wants them going hard to the boards at both ends of the floor, not just the defensive backcourts. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Joakim Noah, one of the great effort players in the NBA. His energy and mobility enable him to make his impact felt all over the court.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Chicago making some changes. McDermott's checked in for Dunley. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose. Minnesota also making some changes. Brewer comes in for Wiggins. And Mo Williams subbed in for Martin. Noah the screen out to the right wing. Gibson dishes to Heinrich. Pass to McDermott. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the screen. Can't hit. And Minnesota will come the other way.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
G passes to Williams. Pulls it up. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just clanks the open jumper.
And Heinrich gets it to go.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Williams kicks to Young. Gibson with the steal. A minute 42 left to play in the first quarter. Kicks it to McDermott. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And Butler gets it to go. Here's Williams. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Over to the left wing. Here's G. Knocks down the 3 ball. G's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Bulls leading by 6. Heinrich outside. The feed to McDermott. He kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. A second chance effort. Here's Gibson. And finally they hit one. And the Bulls lead by 8.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Now here's Williams, averaging 10 points per contest. Here's G. He feeds it to Young. Rebound by the Bulls. Noah's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Heinrich dishes to Butler. Now the pass to Gibson. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Bulls lead by 10. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. The second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Now, this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them.
So on the floor for Minnesota, G in at point guard. Young is out there with Pekovic. Then there's Martin, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. Mirotic sets the screen for Rose. Blocked. Lays it up and banks it in. Rose has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Pekovic with a screen on Rose. Launches a 3. Kept alive. And Pekovic kicks to Martin. The 3. G, no good.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Outside, Martin. The 10-footer, and he knocks down the jumper. Martin's got his first basket.
Over the last 10 games, you can see where the Timberwolves rank in the league. 4th in opponent points per game. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
Yeah, this is a team that has played well, particularly defensively. And you look at those opponents' numbers, opponents' points per game, that jumps out at you. This is a team that plays hard, they play smart, and they play together. This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Mike Dunleavy, the former number 3 overall pick out of Duke, Steve, back in 2002.
Yeah, he played on that Duke team back in 2001 that won the NCAA championship. Played alongside Williams and Boozer. You know, never really became a star, but a quality player over his 12-year NBA career.
Rose can't hit.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, interestingly, guys, Joakim Noah draws inspiration from music. Not the typical selections you might think. He is a huge reggae fan. Noah said, quote, "People think reggae is such happy music, but really listen to the lyrics. It's about empowerment. It's about uniting people. It gives me strength on the floor." Guys?
Noah, definitely a unique player and character in the NBA. Good to see. Good kid. Thank you, Doris. Timberwolves trail by 14.
And Mike Dunleavy Jr. is the son of a former NBA player and coach, Mike Sr. Actually, I played against Mike Sr. during his days. And Mike Sr., his dad, was a 6'3" point guard. Mike Jr. at 6'9". Because of that exposure to his dad's game, Mike Jr. has always had great ball handling skills even at 6'9".
And it's Rose penetrating. Shot's good. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Young passes to G. Wiggins dishes to G. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Pekovic kicks to Young. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Young's got his first 2 points of the night.
And for Dunleavy, a really smart help defender, and offensively has become more and more reliable with his three-point shot here in the latter part of his career.
And he gets it to go.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Here's G. averaging 6 points per contest. Well, games so often come down to free throws, and when that's the case, these are the players you want at the line. The best free throw shooting two guards in the NBA. Second is Kevin Martin.
Well, we've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the two-guard spot, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
Yeah, that's right, because all they have done up there is convert their chances. That's it, plain and simple. These are the steadiest hands you're going to find, not just at their position, but in the league overall.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol, and it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Kirk Heinrich. Outside Butler, feeds it to Rose. Gibson setting the pick for Rose. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rose has got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago. Corey Brewer's checked in for the Timberwolves. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Bulls opening up a huge gap. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Pau, tell us what have been the key aspects to how this team is playing so far through the first two quarters.
Well, just had to be aggressive from the beginning, take the shots that were there, and move the ball. We're being selfish. We were defending better in the first quarter, and we were able to knock down the shots.
Pau, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
Okay, pay attention so we can cover some stuff. We're capable of much better basketball than we played in the first half. The three-point shot hasn't been a reliable weapon yet, but if we can get it to drop, things will open up for us inside. Keep working hard to get into space and find good looks from deep. There's a lot more problems than that I could mention, but let's not get too spread out. Just know that we're going to need a lot more effort overall in the second half. Offensive rebounding has got to be a focus for us now, fellas. We have to turn some of those misses into makes. We shouldn't be down this far at the half to any team, especially not this team. Let's show some self-respect and get out there and turn this thing around.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair, so a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Knocked away. Stolen by Noah. Butler against Martin. Rose a screen on Young. Butler kicks to Rose. Young with the steal. 3 on 3. Here's Wiggins. Butler with the block. Minnesota making a switch. G's checked in. As an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Flip Saunders was saying to his club. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens and the pick-and-roll game. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Last game for the Bulls, it was a loss to Charlotte.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking, no ball movement, very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
Pekovic with a screen on Noah. G passes to Pekovic. And it's good. Pekovic has got 9.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Outside Rose. Pass to Butler. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. That's good. Rose has got 26 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. Even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
The Bulls have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter, 4 of 8. Butler with the ball, and Young picks him up defensively. Here's Gasol. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Pekovic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Here's G. He's covered by Rose. G, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Dunleavy dishes to Noah. Passes it to Rose. Outside Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Rose. A baseline J, and that one's good. Rose has got 28.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
The Timberwolves shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Heinrich in for Rose. Minnesota also making some changes. Brewer is checked in for Wiggins. And it's Williams in for Martin. Clock at 6. Here's G. A second chance effort. And it's Pekovic missing.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Minnesota shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Williams kicks to Pekovic and stolen by Mirotic. Here's Butler. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. 6 points for Butler. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
You know, adding to that, Steve, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the third. In the corner, it's McDermott.
Doug McDermott was a high school teammate of Harrison Barnes back in Ames, Iowa. They helped the team win 53 straight games and back-to-back state titles. At the time, Barnes was seen as the surefire NBA prospect, but McDermott became a superstar in his own right, playing for his dad at Creighton.
Put it behind you now. Get ready to go.
80% from the strike.
You're up. Let's go.
Time to do my thing.
Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And Doug McDermott ended up playing for his father at Creighton. Dad didn't take it easy on him either. And, you know, do you think that Clark prepares him for playing under a demanding coach like Tom Thibodeau?
Without question, Kevin. I mean, you play for a demanding coach in college, and it prepares you for a coach like Tom Thibodeau, who holds his guys to a high standard of accountability, demands an awful lot out of them in practice and in games. So I think Doug McDermott will be well prepared for what is going to be required as a member of the Bulls.
So on the floor for Minnesota, J.J. Barea is out there with Levine. Then there's Budding. Then it's Anthony Bennett, and it's Jang in at the 5 spot. Rose passes to Gasol. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Inside, stolen by Noah. Here's Snell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. find your way to the free throw line. You know, there's been some debate over the idea of the quote-unquote hot hand. One study implied that it actually doesn't exist. I always felt as a player that, you know, as soon as I felt the ball go through the hoop a couple times, I was much more likely to make that next one.
Well, that hot hand study, Clark, we were talking about a little bit earlier, they realized it didn't take into account how difficult the shots were. And, you know, hot players take those heat check shots.
Yeah, they do. They do. And not to mention, they draw more defensive attention once they get on the roll. So I think it comes back to common sense. Definitely try to get a hot player the ball, but above all else, you want quality shots.
5 to shoot. Here's Rose, and the rejection by Jang. And they're able to recover, and they get it back. No good from Gasol. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And he recovers it.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
There's a good screen. And here's Barea. He dishes it to G. Easy layup after coming off the pick. G's got 4 this quarter.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Rose, and the basket good.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
G kicks to Buttinger. Here's G. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Here's Snell, guarded by Barea.
Well, I think the NBA is in a great place with all the young talent in the league right now. We see players coming in not just with potential, but the willingness to learn and work. Really impressive to see. And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Here's the screen. G kicks to Buttinger. G dishes to Buttinger. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. G passes to Buttinger. From 12 feet out, Green for 2 points.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Chicago.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
Well, they're going to win again. Same result as the previous matchup between these two clubs.
And it's the last time they meet this year, so that'll make it a sweep of the season series.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Rose. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Right wing. Barea kicks to G, fires the three. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by G. Snell dishes to Rose. It's stolen by G.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Rose. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Joakim Noah. And Joakim, how important is this win for the team at this juncture of the season in terms of the way that each individual is working for the common goal?
It was a big win for us. You know, we need everybody right now. just got to keep fighting, and I know that the playoffs are coming.
It won't be long now, Joe Kim. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this.
Yo, what was going on tonight? I'm running free all over the court, and you didn't give me the rock.
Man, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about making sure I get my touches, yo. Move the basketball, share with your teammates, make the extra pass so we can get easy buckets. Got it?
You might be right, man. I probably did have a little tunnel vision out there tonight. Next game, I'll make sure I share the ball more with you, all right? Cool?
Cool.
We behaving bad. We behaving bad. Fast one, slow one. We behaving bad.